And welcome to another episode of Guinea Pigs with Greg. Hopefully you've enjoyed the previous few episodes, and you'll look forward to the ones coming in the future. This particular episode, we're going to look at a litter of golden boars that I've had lying around. I've been watching them and training them and trying to decide what's what, and they've hit that age now where they need to be looked at properly to see what their future within the stud is. So you'll see how I go about selecting the right attributes that I want to appear within the stud, and then you get to see why I don't want certain attributes and characteristics that I think will benefit the stud as a whole. So if I need a bolder eye, I'll look for a boar with a bolder eye, but without losing all the emphasis of the hard work we've put in years before of good ears, good colour, good coat, and good size. Shape comes naturally on a lot of the pigs, but we also will select for shape as well. But you'll see in the video the process I go through. So this boar is the first boar of in the litter. It's a very strong coloured boar, so that's a very positive aspect straight away. It's got a square set head and balanced ears, but they do up and down a little. But they are even. The body shape is quite compact. And it's got a decent shoulder development. So thinking about where this pig will sit in the stud, it's got the potential at the moment to be a breeding boar, because it's got some quite decent attributes if they develop well. But it could also be a show boar. Again, not necessarily use my show boars as breeding boars, but this one has got a short enough head that it could make a show boar. My only concern on this boar is the eye is quite small at the moment, but that does have a large head and can be an optical illusion. So this is something that I'll keep an eye on. I do think this pig has some potential, so I will run him on for a bit longer, I think, to see how he develops. And I like to reassess the boars all the way up until they're about 6 months old before making a final decision on whether they'll stay or go in the stud. Sometimes it's a bit easier to do, other times you have to wait a bit longer to make your final assessment. But yeah, this pig stands well. It's the first time it's been out of the cage, and I think he's doing quite a good job of representing himself. I mean, the more you handle the cavie, the more relaxed it becomes, and you can sort of stroke it into a decent position so that you can make a fair assessment of it. And this pig, the more I handle it, the better it stands. So we will watch this one very closely in the future. I mean, we can see it's got a large head and large feet, so it'd be fair to assume that this pig was going to be quite decent size as it grows older. Next boar in the litter is a lot smaller. The ears are a lot higher set, and this is because the head is wider and smaller. As a small eye again on one side. I think it may have had a hay poke as a youngster, but yeah, I'm not overly keen on this pig. The colour's fairly fiery, but not as rich as the other boar. So already, just comparing the two boars, rather than even looking within the stud, this one probably won't be staying around with us. Okay, boar 3 is a much more well-balanced boar. Again, a very large head, good width jowl, even balanced ears. This pig has the potential to be both a breeding pig and a show pig, so we will watch the development of this one closely. But he seems to stand reasonably well when we sort of stroke him into position. You can see what I'm doing there. I'm just using my hand, reassuring the pig to keep it into position. This is the first time he's been handled on the bench since his birth. He's been handled in the hand, but not on the bench. So this is all part of his show training at the same time. But yeah, we've got plenty of width here and really good, rich, fiery colour, which is what you want in both a show and a stud boar. My main criticism of this pig is that he is a touch flat in profile, which worries me a little bit compared to his other siblings. This boar has decent colour. This is boar number 4. A decent eye. The ears are balanced but a touch small. Decent width. Nothing exceptional here. I'm not sure of where this pig will sit within the stud. 2 of his brothers are already better than him. He tends to sit on his front feet rather than stand willingly. I'll try and coax him into position if I can. And I do this literally just by applying firm, gentle pressure
along the whole body of the pig, almost stroking it to try and get it to stand how I want it to stand, so it can show itself off to its fullest, so I can assess it completely. And when he does do this, he does seem to show himself off quite nicely. But he is lacking compared to his siblings, unfortunately. So this pig may not stay with us. I will run him on because he's with a cage mate. It's important not to get rid of pigs too early if you see some potential in them.
Okay, well, if you want to pause the video here, you can guess and try and select which boars I retained. If you can guess the one, just put a comment below and let me know that you're an absolute great breeder and have an amazing insight into the world of selecting pink-eyed Goldens. You never know, you might be able to teach me a thing or two. So yeah, if you pause it here, and I'll reveal at the very end which pigs I retained, and you'll see there's probably a month gap actually between when I took the videos and what the pig is now, so you can see how he's developed slightly as well. Well, hopefully you guessed correctly. Just a little bit of fun. The boar that we've retained is boar number 3. A very handsome boar, a lovely, slightly oblong head, really developing from the jowl back, creating a nice full face, a decent eye, a fairly well set ear, and amazing colour. And he has grown on really well, a real square set body, like a brick shaved off at the corners. You know, that's exactly the thing we want. So yeah, hopefully you picked the right one. I'm sure you picked up along the way a few hints and tips when assessing your own guinea pigs and retaining them within your own stud. And yeah, you can just go through that same selection process. It doesn't matter what the breed is particularly, as long as you're looking for those attributes that you're missing, the attributes you require, and the attributes that you do not want in the shed. So as long as you keep that in mind, keep the breed standard in mind, and stay focused and don't try and correct too much within one pig, I think you'll be absolutely fine in the future, and you'll be producing show-winning pigs within no time. So with that said, I'd like to say cheerio and see you in the next video.